If you're posting videos for your business and it feels like nobody's watching, don't stop. Here's why posting more isn't the answer, but posting with purpose is. So for years now, people have said, oh, just stay consistent, post every single day. The results will come. But let's be honest, you've been posting. You've been showing up day after day and still nothing, no views, no calls, no DMs, and just no traction. So what actually gives? Why is this happening? Most people think consistency means posting as much as you possibly can, but it doesn't. Consistency isn't about volume. It's not about the amount. It's not about frequency. It's not about daily and weekly and monthly posting time after time. Consistency is all about alignment. It means that every single video feels like it's part of the same story, that every single post reinforces the same message that you want to get across. When that happens, your audience is going to start trusting you. They know what you're about. They know why they feel like they should keep listening. But if your content just keeps shifting, and you have a new message here and a different tone there, your audience will never know who you really are and what you really stand for. Let's break it down. Posting a lot, that is just frequency. It's just a number. That's not what we're going for, because real consistency, that's when every video is going to, again, sound like you. You could post 5 times per day, every single day for a year. But if each video is saying something different, you're not being consistent. You're just being loud and putting more noise out there. On the other hand, you could post literally just once a week. And if every video reinforces what you stand for, that's when people lean in. That's when you start building real connection. And look, I've fallen victim to this as well. I used to think that I just had to post more and more and more, or I was going to fall behind. But then I watched other creators who were doing it at a really high level, and other business owners, honestly, that were doing it at a high level. And the ones that were growing fast weren't necessarily posting every single day. They weren't chasing trends and burning themselves out like you see. They were clear, and every video pointed back to the same belief. Every post felt intentional. And that's when I realized they weren't being consistent because they posted more. They posted more because they were consistent with their message. When your message is clear and aligned, something shifts. Your audience doesn't have to ask, well, what's this about and why should I even care? They already know because you keep showing them. That's how trust is built. So let me ask you, do all of your videos reinforce the same message? Literally, let me know in the comment below. Or are you just posting because you feel like you have to? Here's the thing, a clear message beats posting all the time, every single time. So next up, I'm gonna show you how to lock in your message so you'll always know exactly what to say. If this is connecting for you and you want to go a little bit deeper with me and where I get to show you behind the scenes stuff and really share about how I have created Clear Voice Media and how we can help empower each other to create powerful businesses with video, and you want to join my free group, all you have to do is click that link in the description or schedule the QR code on the page. So now we know posting a lot doesn't make you consistent. You only get real consistency when your message stays the same. So let's talk about how you can actually do that, because your message is literally the foundation of everything that you create. It's not your niche, it's not your offer, it's the one core belief that you want your audience to understand and to remember. When your message is clear and aligned, your content works for you. But when it keeps shifting, it's like starting over with every single post. So people don't know what to expect from you. And if they don't know what to expect, they don't know why they should actually stick around. Here's what I see with most small business owners all of the time. One video talks about tips for Instagram. The next one talks about personal mindset. The next one is like some random trend they saw. And it's really all over the place. And the result is that your audience is just confused. Confused people, they don't buy. Confused people don't share. and they just continue to scroll past you. So how do you actually fix this? It starts with one question, one really, really, really important question. Who are you really talking to, and what do they need to hear? So if you can actually sit down right now and think about this, not what you want to say, not what's trending this week, but what do they need to hear from you to actually trust you? When you know that, every video starts to have a purpose. You stop guessing and you stop chasing these random ideas just for views, and you start building real connection. Look, when I started creating video for Clear Voice Media, I was not trying to talk to everyone. I'm still not trying to talk to everyone. I'm talking to small business owners, people who want to create videos that connect and not just go viral. So every video that I'm making is pointing back to that belief that you don't need to constantly post more. You just need to post better. And that's why people will end up sticking around, because every post feels like it's part of a bigger story. That's literally what your audience, what your community wants from you as well. Here's a quick gut check for you. If someone watched your last 3 videos, could they tell what you actually stand for? So if the answer is no, your message isn't clear enough. But when it is, you stop being just another voice online and you start being the one that they trust. But maybe you've been wondering, if I say the same thing over and over, aren't people going to end up getting bored? Here's the truth. Your audience doesn't need new messages. They need new ways to hear the same thing. So that's why next up, I'm going to show you how to say the same things in fresh and creative ways so you actually never run out of ideas and keep everyone coming back for more. So let's say you've got your message. You know who you're talking to. You know what they need to hear. Now the question becomes, how do I keep making videos without constantly repeating myself, saying the same thing over and over and over again? Here's the answer. You don't need a new message, right? We're not going down that rabbit hole anymore. You have your message. You just need new ways to say the same thing over and over so that it makes sense. So think of your message like a diamond. It is one thing, right? It's a diamond. But you can show it from different sides with different results, right? Because most of the time they're not perfectly cut. That's how you stay consistent and creative. And I want to give you just 5 simple ways that you can do that right now. The first way is you can share a tip or a how-to. So pick one part of your message that teaches step by step. So if your message is about building trust with video, you can make a video called 3 Ways to Sound More Confident on Camera. Number 2 is telling a story. Talk about a real moment from real life or your business that proves the message matters. People remember stories and they feel connected to them. Number 3, and I love this one, is breaking a myth. What's something your audience believes that's actually hurting them? Call it out. Show them why it's wrong and what to do instead. Number 4 is a great way to connect as well, and it's showing behind the scenes. Walk them through your own process. Let them see how you do what you do and why it works. And that builds trust really fast. And number 5, repeat a key line. Take one line that you believe in, your anchor statement, and build an entire video around it. Explain what it means, why it matters, and how they can use it. You're not just making content, you're building understanding and connection. And this will take time. But when you repeat your message in creative ways, people don't get bored, they get more clear. And that clarity is what builds connection. Now here's the next big challenge for you. How do you keep posting week after week without burning out? Because if people aren't watching yet, it feels like you're doing this for no reason. So let's dive into how you can create a sustainable system around it. Let's get real. It's one thing to have a clear message. It's another thing to show up with it week after week without falling apart. That's what this section is really about. How do you stay consistent without burning out? Because you know so many people burn out from creating content, especially if nobody's watching it. If your plan only works when life is perfect, it's not a real plan, right? So let me give you a better one. And here's a super super simple system that helps you keep showing up even on the tough weeks. Number one is pick a pace that you can actually keep up with. So if once a week feels like it's too much, just start with every other week. Don't try to keep up with the businesses and the creators who are posting every single day, because this is your race. It's not theirs. Number two is batch your ideas when you're feeling fresh and super creative. So when you have the energy, write down as many video ideas as you can. You don't have to film them all at once. I'm just saying write them down. You really want to focus on capturing the ideas. That way you're never stuck when it comes time to record. Number three is use templates or repeatable structures. So your videos don't need to be brand new every single time. Keep the same format, one that's working. Just swap out the topic. This makes filming faster and way less stressful. Number four is really, really important. Give yourself a real break sometimes. So it's okay to step back and to take a weekend off and skip a week if you actually need to. Don't just disappear without a plan though, right? You're a person and you're not a machine. And number five is focus on progress and not perfection. You've heard that before a million times. Every video is not going to be your best. That's fine. What matters is showing up with intention and not chasing perfection. So now we've got the message, we've got the rhythm, but there's one last piece you need. A simple way to anchor your message so your content is recognizable, it's repeatable, and it's impossible to miss. Let's talk about your signature line. So a signature line is one short sentence that says what you believe. It's simple, it's strong, and it sticks. So think of it like your theme song, but just in words. Every time people hear it, they know this is what you're about. This is what so-and-so company's about, and this is what so-and-so brand's about. It can be super basic, something like consistency is clarity, or you don't need to go viral, you just need to connect, or keep showing up, that's the strategy. I don't want you to think that it needs to be something super fancy and like well thought out. I mean, it does have to be well thought out, but it doesn't need to hit on this like super fancy note, right? It just needs to be real and repeatable. The more you say it, the more people are going to remember it. So you need to be putting it in your videos, put it in your bio, say it all over in the comments, mention it in live calls with actual humans, because soon people start repeating it back to you. And that's when you know your message really starts to move, because it's no longer just yours, it's part of your audience. And when your audience sees this as being your message, the world is going to see it because they will share that as well. Mine is very simple. Connection over content. That's the truth I come back to in every video that I'm making. And because I'm going to keep saying it, because you know that's what I'm going to stand for. Connection over content. That's what I want to get across in every single video. So here's what I want you to do right now. Do it right now. Stop the video and do it right now. Take a moment and write down your line. One sentence, simple words with big meaning. And let me know once you figure it out. Put it in the comments below and I'll follow up and tell you how great it is or how bad it is or where you can improve. What do you want your audience to believe when they hear this? Even if they forget everything else, that's what your signature line is. So now that you've got your message and your rhythm and your anchor line, you're not just making content anymore. You're building something real. You're building connection. Now that you've got your message and your rhythm and your anchor line, you're not just making content anymore. You're building something real. You're building true connection. You're no longer chasing frequency because you have built consistency. And when your message is going to connect the most is when your audience starts growing and they start responding to you and they give you the feedback that you're looking for. And if you want to see this in action, I've made over 1,000 videos for my business personally, and this is exactly what I've learned. You can watch the next video here.